Okay, it's Sunday afternoon. What should we cook?
Nope. You see, today we're taking the kitchen outdoors. We're having a beautiful day here. It's later on in December here in Minnesota. Gifted with such a wonderful day. Might as well spend it outdoors while we can. The sun's shining. I think we're in the 30s right now. So we're gonna tackle a little venison stew today. I got a nice bed of coals happening right now. Some oak that came from the yard, and what I'm gonna do is hang my cooking pot over the coals. We'll get that lid off and put a little olive oil in there. Coat the bottom. Okay, now that that oil has got good and hot, I've got some venison. The boys harvested that about a month ago. Special thanks to the old boy from up north, George, for letting us hunt on his land. Plenty of deer. And I've lightly seasoned these chunks, pretty good sized chunks, with salt and pepper, and gave them a little dusting of flour as well. There we go. We'll let those sit and brown up on one side. A couple minutes, we'll give them a flip and get them on the other side. Just kind of get the outside browned. And you can see things are definitely starting to happen. We're going to go ahead and flip those venison chunks around. Make sure they get done on all sides. Okay, those venison chunks are looking nicely browned at this point. What we're going to do is we're actually going to take them out, remove them. Add, oh, it's looking nice. Add some more olive oil. I'll let that get hot and shimmery. Yep, there we go. A couple of chopped onions. 2 stalks of celery that I've chopped up. Okay. And we're going to let those do their thing for about 5 minutes till they soften up a bit. Okay. The onions and the celery kind of done their thing. They've softened up. Pardon the noise of the train going by. I've got a couple cloves of garlic that I've minced. I'm going to put those in there. Now I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons of flour. Just all-purpose flour we're going to put in there. Actually, we're going to brown that up. All right, and with our flour browned, we're next going to add 2 cups of beef broth. Now I'm being a little sloppy. You can do that when you're outdoors. There we go. And to really help that venison cook and soften up and really get flavorful, I'm going to add 1 cup of just a dry red wine. There we go. And finally, we're going to put in our browned venison chunks. Mix that up. Well, if you could just smell this, I'd hate to be downwind of this and real hungry right now because it is smelling wonderful. What we want to do is bring it to a boil and cover it and actually let it simmer for an hour, just like that. Okay, so while that's doing its thing, again about an hour on a simmer, while I get the next ingredients prepared, why don't we, since it's getting near the end of the year, take a look at a little slideshow we put together off trail cam photos taken right here in the backyard. Coming right along. I'm just going to add a little bit of dry thyme. Give it a little more flavor. And see if I can reduce some of that heat just a little bit more. All right. That's been cooking down for about an hour. It's looking great. We're gonna take this opportunity now to put in some small red potatoes that are quartered and some carrots. Put that all in there. Oh, it's smelling good. And we will cover that. Stir it occasionally, but wait about another hour. Now, one of the things that's been helpful today for maintaining heat is I started early. I built the fire early with a bunch of oak, and I let it burn down and create a bed. You'll notice as we've been cooking today, I really haven't been cooking directly over open flame or large flame anyway, because I let it just go cook down basically and form a bed of coals that I've been able to manipulate the heat either by raising the pot higher or lower, but mostly just if I needed a little more heat, I just put a little fresh wood nearby, actually not directly under the pot, and I've been able to maintain some pretty even heat throughout. Well, while we're making our venison stew, we've had a visitor show up, and yeah, this is kind of awkward. Here's our venison stew. And there's the visitor. Sorry, bud. Finish it off, add a little color, just throw some frozen peas in there, about a cup, a little more, get in there you, a little color and nutrition. There we go. We'll get some heat going there. About another 10 minutes. And just to show you what we've been cooking with today, it's pretty primitive but quite ingenious little setup. In the fire ring we've got, it's just 3 iron posts that are attached to a ring, and they form a tripod over your campfire. I don't know if you can see this. On the ring, there's a little hook, and that you can attach it to a bar that has another hook on it that holds your pot in place. And there's different holes in that bar that allow you to raise or lower the pot depending on how close you want it to the fire. Pretty neat. I think she got it at a garage sale. I thought, what the heck? But use it all the time and absolutely love it.